Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to show you guys a brand new little box that I received from MyGica group. It is called MyGica ATV120. Today I'm going to unbox this and also a little bit of introduction and a little bit of review on how this box looks and what we can do with it. Remember, this is a very powerful little mini PC. So let's just get it unboxed. So first you can see the box itself, nicely packed. It does indicate in the front that this is dual core enjoyable TV stick. It does indicate that this is ATV120. You have the picture right in the front, and right in the bottom it says dual core. It does come built in with 4.1. It does already pre-install XBMC. It's full 1080p and also comes in with built-in Wi-Fi. So if you go to the side, it has the pictures of how both sides looks. We will get into it in a few seconds. We go to one side, it just says MyGica with nice color to it. And also if you go to the other side, it does indicate what package content, what it comes inside of it. So it says the CPU is ARM Cortex A9 dual core, GPU is Mali 400 MP2 dual core, RAM is 1 GB of DDR3, flash is 4 GB, which is internal memory, and also the OS on it as a default is Android 4.1. And the Wi-Fi part of it is built-in 802.11n Wi-Fi. And at the bottom it does have the serial number and also the FCC and all the information. It says that it is made in China. And if you go to the other side of it, it does have a picture of what's inside of this package. So the dongle itself, you have a remote, which is an IR remote, quick installation guide. We will get into this. Also the cables for power adapter, an HDMI wire, and also a little controller cable for the IR if you want to go a little bit extend back in order to take advantage of the remote itself. If you go to the back, it have information about media streaming. And so let's just get it open. So you can see the other side has same type of logo, but it has a little part, so you can just push on, grab the box itself and slide it open. How easy it is to open. It's nice, compact, so you can press it that much. Really nicely built. I really like this gift box. And if we go in, nice, and we're gonna put this aside. Now this part is a little foam. We're gonna put this aside too. There is a little cardboard. We gotta open it up, and inside of it you do have the charger. Now this is just a USB charger, you can see, and it is created for Canada, United States, so that way we are using 110 volt. It changes it to 5 volt. We're gonna put this aside. We're gonna dig in. Now this is a really cool wire. Let me just open it up and show you guys that one side. Now this wire is dual corded, so that means you have to hook this up to your device so that way you can power up. In this part you can hook up your USB, so if you have like a mouse you want to connect to. And the other side of it is going to be connected to a power source so that we can get power. The next part is the IR connection, so this way it can go to an extent. So this way you don't have to connect it in one part, so you can take advantage of it a little bit further from the TV itself, so you can control your MyGica ATV120. This is the IR remote. It's nicely zip-logged. You just take it out. Now this remote is nicely compact again, and it does take a battery. Now right now it has a little edge that if you take it out it becomes live, so we can use it, but for the meantime you don't have to. It does take a battery, so you can take it out and put a new battery in it. And there is the battery, but we don't need it right now, so let's just make sure that it is there. Put this aside too. We will dig in, and now this one is the HDMI wire, so that way you can extend it if your back of your TV does not have enough space to hook the MyGica little dongle itself. So we're gonna put this aside too for now. There is a user manual that comes with this, and it does indicate the model number. It says enjoy your dual core ATV120 user manual, and if you open it up, has all the safety information to warning, also goes to the remote, what each button means. We're going to get into it. Also a little diagram of how you can connect things and to power and also to your TV. A little introduction of how the launcher looks, and also what you're going to see, how you can connect your Wi-Fi, how you can connect VPN, display position, font sizes, and go next to security, language, and everything that you need. So we will get into this in a few seconds. We're gonna put this aside. First we're gonna go into the remote itself. Now this remote is pretty similar to the other remotes that we have for MyGica. From the top you can see that it have the power, the information, and the mute button. If we see, this is the navigation button, so has the up, down, right and left button. You have the OK button right beside that too. We also have the go back button, the menu button, the home button, and if you go down a little bit you have the up and down volume, page up and down. If we go down more, we have the zoom in and zoom out button. If we go down more, there's nothing here. But if we flip it and the bottom, we have the little edge, so we can take it out, use the remote. And if we go to the side, nothing on this side. We go to the top, there is a little indicator. Now that one is for the IR, so we can control the box itself. We go to the side, nothing here. And if we go to the back, nothing in the back. Alright, so let's just put this aside. The dongle itself is pretty nicely built. You can see it. This is the top part, and it does indicate that it says Enjoy TV, and it says powered by Android ARM Cortex A9, but it says ×2, which is dual core. And if you go to the other side, it does indicate it is from MyGica with a little Android logo. Top part of it have a lot of ventilation, so that way this box can breathe. And if we flip it up, you can see it has more ventilation. And if you go here, this is where you're gonna hook up your IR. Let me just zoom in a little more. So this is for the IR, and this part is the DC, so it can power up. And if you flip it on the top, this is USB 2.0, so you can connect your USB thumb drive, or if you have gyro remote, you can connect it here. We go to the other side, all ventilation, and we have a little micro SD slot, so that way we can put more memory into it. So if we go to the top, we have a little spot. This is the HDMI connection, so that way we can connect. If we go to the bottom part, it's just holes and it's all ventilation. Now we're going to connect this on the TV, and let's just see what's inside of it. Now this is the first boot going into MyGica. Alright, so first the screen, as soon as it loads up, you're going to see that it is pretty similar to the other boxes we had from MyGica, which is ATV120. Has the same type of look. Again, from the top you can see that there's a multitasking button. Also have the Wi-Fi, the time, the date, and everything is there too. Now we do have some little apps here that you can see. These are just little shortcuts. Also we have the search button on the top. You can see that as soon as you click on the Play Store, you can go into Play Store, so you can download more games and backgrounds and launchers. A lot of other things are there too. There's a lot of them are free, and there's some that you do have to buy. It does come with a default browser. Also, it does come preloaded with XBMC. The next part is the local media, so that way if you have anything inside of this box, you want to hook it up via your USB or with an SD card, they will play it through this, play other videos or music if you have. The next part is favorites, so anything you place under favorites will go here. We also have the settings, and we will go to that in a few seconds. But again, you can see all these are just default apps that comes part of it. Now, I have installed a few apps, so these are not part of it, something like Antutu and all, but the Angry Birds and everything is just stacked, and we can go next. They do have the Wi-Fi analyzer, and it does come preloaded with YouTube. Now, a few little things. Let's go to settings. Under settings, you can set up your Wi-Fi, and if you go down underneath of about this device, you can see that it is running by default 4.1.2, and it does say the model number is MX Enjoy TV box, and all the other information's on the bottom. You can go under date and time to set up your date and time properly. Now the only one that I want to go into is, if you scroll down a little bit, go under display, and you go under display position. If you click on that, now you can fix your display so that way it's full screen. Right now it's not, so I'm just setting it up. Once it's done, press the back button. It will go back and it will ask you if this is correct. And now, yes, since it is full screen, it is properly done. When we get back out, you can see that the bottom taskbar just disappears because of this launcher, which is really good. We will launch our Antutu, and this one is a benchmark. It will tell us how good this box is doing. You can see that right now when I ran it the first time, I got 8,994, which is almost 9,000. For this little box, it is phenomenal. We can see that the box itself is running 4.1.2, and if you go down a little bit, also the RAM is 1 GB, so you can see what the speed clock is right now. The CPU is on the 1200 megahertz with but again it's dual core, so you can see that what numbers they are running. The GPU right now is Mali 400 MP. Again, you can see that the 2D graphic is 487 and the 3D graphic is on 1245. This is really nice. Again, the I/O part of it is really good too. Let's just get out of the screen and let's go to root checker, and we will just launch root checker. And now let's see if it is rooted, and yes, this is by default, it's rooted, which means is now you can do more with this box. And the next thing we're going to check is the CPU Z, and this will tell us the proper processor and everything on this. So you can see that the CPU is ARM Cortex A9. It is running on dual core. The speed clock is 48 megahertz and 1.2 gigahertz, and you can see the clock speed is right there and how fast they are going. The CPU load is 18 to 32%, and it's really nice. So the GPU render is Mali 400. It's really nice. Again, it's running properly. So if we go under system, you can see who the manufacturer is and the display. The hardware is ARM Logic. The Android version is 4.1.2, which we already indicated to you guys. And if you go down, the screen resolution pixel is 1280 by 672, which I am rendering right now, or should I say capturing it. That's why it shows this. We go down, the screen resolution is, density is 160 dpi, and the total RAM, it shows that it is gigabyte itself. Available RAM is, you can see that this is way more than the other boxes. We are running a bunch of little apps in the background. It still gives us about 60% availability. And also the internal storage is 2 gigabytes. You can see 1.3 gigabytes is there and 77% available. You can see the root access is yes. And now not least, but the best part is the XB. So I hope you guys like my video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and other social networking places. And